Chainlink is quietly stealing the spotlight. Chainlink is heating up, and it's not just keeping pace, it is quietly pulling ahead of most altcoins. While the broader market continues to drift sideways, Link has already surged double digits over this past week, catching the eyes of both retail traders and institutional players alike. Whale wallets have been busy, scooping up millions of tokens, while exchanges' reserves, they continue to drain, signaling that long-term holders are preparing for something much bigger. Analysts here, they are starting to line up about optimistic price predictions in the mid $30 range, and all signs now, they're pointing to a potential breakout in the very near future. Welcome back to another episode of JRNY TV. My name is Nick, and this is where we cut through the noise and we break down the stories that are shaping crypto and digital finance and its future. Today we are digging into why Chainlink is suddenly capturing attention, why it is so important for the ecosystem, and how it could set the stage for a serious altcoin season run. We're going to explore Link's fundamental use cases, roadmap, milestones, and the technical setups that have traders incredibly excited. So let's start with the here and the now. Link has jumped over 15% in just this past week alone, outpacing most competitors. On-chain data shows that whales are accumulating over $25 million worth of tokens, while supply on exchanges continues to fall. A classic signal that holders are tucking Link away for the long term. So when you combine these fundamentals with the bullish technical patterns pointing toward the $30 range and beyond, it's clear that Chainlink is now quietly gearing up for what could be one of the most compelling moves in the market. What Chainlink is and why it matters to crypto. Chainlink is the bridge that connects blockchains to the world. One more time. Chainlink is the bridge that connects blockchains to the world. On their own, smart contracts, they're isolated. They can't pull in price data. They can't pull in weather info or proof of reserves from external sources. And that is exactly where Chainlink comes in. Utilizing a decentralized network of oracles, it gathers, verifies, and delivers accurate data to smart contracts, on-chain, powering everything from lending platforms to insurance protocols and beyond. In essence, Chainlink allows blockchain apps to function in the real world, making it a foundational piece of infrastructure for the entire crypto ecosystem. But Link's importance, it goes far beyond simple price feeds. Link offers tools like proof of reserve for stablecoins and tokenized assets, verifiable random functions known as VRFs for gaming and NFT fairness, and automation services that trigger contracts without manual intervention. Developers can now even connect on-chain apps to off-chain APIs utilizing Chainlink functions, merging traditional networks with Web3 in ways that were not ever possible before. It is not just utility. This is framework for innovation. The crown jewel of Chainlink's stack, however, is the CCIP, which is known as the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol. The CCIP is designed to securely move tokens and messages across multiple blockchains, solving one of crypto's biggest pain points: fragmented, risky bridges. By positioning itself as the standard for cross-chain communication, Chainlink is building the infrastructure for what will power an increasingly interconnected crypto ecosystem. Taken together, these innovations, they tend to show that Link isn't just another altcoin. It is a critical backbone for the entire blockchain industry. What's on Chainlink's roadmap? Big moves ahead. Chainlink isn't just performing today, it is setting up for a bigger future. With institutional adoption increasing, improved tokenomics rolling out, and the interoperability solutions taking shape, Link's roadmap is packed with catalysts that actually could fuel a major altcoin season rally. The analysts are watching the $33 to $35 range very closely, and the recent developments make that target feel increasingly realistic. CCIP, expected to reach general availability by Q4 2025, is a huge milestone. Cross-chain transfers of tokenized assets and messages will finally be permissionless, and with early pilots from institutions like ANS and ICE already showing demand, it doesn't get any better for this chain. Meanwhile, data streams are expanding globally, with low latency feeds across equities, ETFs, Forex, commodities, and much more. OCR3 upgrades are now reducing gas costs by around 40%, making these feeds even more attractive for enterprise clients. Chainlink's proof of reserve is also expanding, now supporting tokenized assets, treasuries, stablecoins, and even a new reserve mechanism that buys back and holds Link. You heard that right. And on top of all that, Chainlink Economics 2.0 introduces staking tied to enterprise revenue, buybacks, and multi-variable dated feeds that prioritize liquidity. And together, these pillars reinforce Link's utility. They create real demand, and they position it as a very rare altcoin that could actually thrive no matter how the broader market moves. Why Chainlink could be a top pick for altcoin season. When altcoin season heats up, those investors, they chase the coins that combine the hype, the solid narrative, and that good old momentum. Chainlink delivers on all three of those fronts. And it's not just moving on speculation. Those whales, they're accumulating. The technical setups, they're bullish. And the adoption is real. This deadly combination makes Link one of a few altcoins that's actually poised to benefit from both retail excitement and institutional interest alike. Chainlink also acts as a picks and shovels play. During a bull run, DeFi protocols, stablecoins, NFT projects, and tokenized platforms, they all need reliable data feed, randomness, and cross-chain messaging. Chainlink provides all of that, meaning the more that the crypto ecosystem grows, the more demand naturally flows through its services, and by extension, through Link itself. That is a very rare dynamic in a market that is very much often dominated by speculation over substance. The tokenomics here, though, they strengthen the case even further. Exchange reserves are dropping, staking is growing, and supply sinks like Proof of Reserve and the Chainlink reserve, they're now creating structural scarcity. You combine that with bullish technical setups that are pointing toward the $30 mark, and now Link, it is positioned to not only be a fundamentally strong coin, but also one with momentum that could pay off during the next wave of altcoin liquidity. Why Link could 5x if it delivers. A 5x move for Chainlink isn't wishful thinking. It's grounded in both history and fundamentals. Remember those things? The fundamentals? Yeah. Link has gone parabolic before, notably during the 2020 DeFi boom when it surged more than 500% in under a year. Today, catalysts are even stronger. CCIP adoption, enterprise pilots, low latency data streams, and expanding DeFi integration that create multiple growth fronts that were never present in previous cycles. Supply dynamics, they're another driver here. As whales and long-term holders accumulate, exchange balances fall. Staking expands, and mechanisms like Proof of Reserve, they tighten supply further, creating the potential for an outsized price reaction during a surge in buying pressure. You add in altcoin season liquidity and hype, and the ingredients for a major rally are clearly in place. Finally, the roadmap here underpins long-term growth. CCIP could become the standard for cross-chain interoperability, while those enterprises and DeFi projects are increasingly relying on Chainlink for data, randomness, and messaging. That positions Link at the center of value flows in the ecosystem. You run the numbers, and a 5x move from here could put Link in the $120 to $150 range. Aggressive? Yes. Plausible? Definitely, especially if adoption and market conditions align. Chainlink's moment could be just the beginning. Here's the takeaway. Chainlink isn't just another altcoin that's chasing a pump. It is a foundational project that's powering critical infrastructure for tokenization, gaming, DeFi, and enterprise adoption. Right now, it is showing signs of strength while much of the market continues to drift, thanks to the whale accumulation, falling exchange reserves, and a roadmap that is loaded with major updates like CCIP and expanded data streams. Altcoin season is when projects with real adoption shine, and Chainlink fits that description perfectly. It connects blockchains to the real world, secures data, enables cross-chain messaging, and supports tokenized assets. If liquidity rotates into altcoins, Link, it's primed to benefit with both hype and real utility, a combination that is very rare in this market. So, if Link isn't on your radar, it probably should be. Because whether or not it doubles or triples or even hits that 5x target, the potential here is undeniable. So, the real question here is, will you be positioned early, or are you going to be chasing the hype that everyone is talking about afterwards? If you found this video helpful in any way, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive. And please don't forget to comment below, where do you see Link going this altcoin season, and which catalysts are exciting you the most? We're going to be watching closely, and remember, as always, this is JRNY TV. The future belongs to those who start preparing for it today. My name is Nick, and we will see you in the next one.